Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Let's Play Forge. So, the previous time we attempted to play one of these challenges that the game offered us. Sadly, we did not fare very well in that regard, and we kind of lost that, and in the process our win streak was reset to 0. So that was extremely annoying. Let's see if we can attempt another one of these challenges. I already lost the win streak, so there's nothing I can do about that. So we might as well have fun now and try some of the other challenges which the game offers us. For example, there's this Trial of Knowledge, which does no amount of strength can help you overcome my trial. You must be ready to forego your body and favor your mind. I don't know what that means, but it sounds awesome. Okay, so we have our deck set for us, and it's my opponent's turn at this point in time, and he has some stuff on his side of the field. He has Illusory Angel, which is a 4/4 Angel Illusion creature, which has flying and the ability of cast Illusory Angel only if you've cast another spell this turn. Okay. He's got Kefnet's Monument on his side of the field, which is a legendary artifact with the effects of blue creature spells you cast cost 1 mana less to cast. Whenever you cast a creature spell, target creature an opponent controls doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. That's annoying. He also has Dream Halls, which is an enchantment which has the effect of rather than pay the mana cost for a spell, its controller may discard a card that shares a color with that spell. Okay. He also has Orb of Dreams, which is also an artifact, which does permanents come into play tapped. That's interesting. And finally, he also has another artifact called Soul Net, which has the ability of whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, you may pay 1 mana. If you do, you gain 1 life. And on my side of the field, we already have set down an enchantment called Dismiss into Dream, which does each creature your opponents control is an illusion in addition to its other types, and has when this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. Interesting. Okay, so it's my opponent's turn. Let's have him play what he's planning on playing. Something happened and he returned Dismiss into Dream into my hand. I think he cast Winds of Rebuke, which put Dismiss into Dream in its owner's hand. Kefnet and me mills 2 cards. 2 cards, okay. And now, yeah, he summoned the Reborn Snake, which is a 2/3 snake creature with flying, and with the ability of, for paying 2 mana, Reborn Snake loses flying until the end of turn. Any player may play this ability. Okay. So we are kind of screwed because we do not have any good cards in our hands right now, and we might as well discard Dismiss into Dream from our hand because it's not that great. So he attacks me with both Reborn Snake and Illusory Angel, and does damage to me in this regard. God, I've got nothing to defend myself with. Like, I've got nothing to use, for crying out loud. He does have... yeah, this is really fucking annoying. I can't do anything to him. He constantly is attacking me with his creatures. And I've only got 2 mana in my hands at this point that I can use. And I cannot use that for anything. He is playing Imaginary Threats, which is an instant. So he casts this during my turn. which does creatures target opponent controls attack this turn if able. During that player's next untap step, creatures he or she controls don't untap. That's not gonna do much since I don't have any creatures on my side of the field. And now he casts Tolarian Drake, which is a 2/4 Drake creature with flying and phasing. I forgot what phasing actually means. Now we can finally cast Ronas the Indomitable, but that won't do us much good. By paying, discard a color sharing card instead of its mana cost. Oh, I can do that? I didn't know that. Wait, if that's possible, can't I just do it like this? Yes, I can. I can summon stuff just by discarding one of my cards. Oh, he casts Broken Concentration, which counters my target spell. And it also has Effect of Madness for 1 blue mana and 3 other mana, which means if you discard this card, discard it into exile. When you do, cast it for its Madness cost or put it into your graveyard. That's annoying. So he stopped me from being able to cast the creature that I wanted to cast. So let's summon Giant Spider instead without having to pay the mana cost. And let's sacrifice let's sacrifice Cartouche of Strength rather. So he's going to attack me with both of his creatures and I just lost. So that was an extremely difficult challenge. Let's go again. I will try to play properly this time around. This is difficult, man. This is really fucking difficult. I've got nothing to work with, honestly. I will I will summon Honored Hydra by discarding Resilient Kenra from my deck. And now Honored Hydra is summoned onto the battlefield, which I'm really thankful for. He cast Unsubstantiate though to return my creature to my hand, which is a really dick move from his part. Let's cast Honored Hydra again and let's discard Ambuscade. And let's see if this will work now. So he attacks me with Illusory Angel. That's entirely fair. Let's cast Shepherd Monitor now, discarding a card of the same color as him. And now let's attack him with our Honored Hydra. So he still attacks us, which is really fucking shitty. But we will try to make the best use of our resources as we can. He is already in a really shitty situation, but it's already too late for him. We will just alpha strike him with everything that we've got. And at this point he is in a really shitty position. Need for speed. We win a game by turn 5. Oh, that's nice. So we unlocked another achievement and now we're going for our second win, if we can even manage to do so. Let's keep our current hand. In order to win this, we have to think outside the box, I feel anyway. Let's summon Bramblewave Behemoth without paying the mana cost, which I really like. And let's discard the Thriving Rhino in order to do so. So he casts an instant called Brainstorm, which does draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Interesting. So he's attacking us with Illusory Angel, which I'm not particularly happy about. Let's just attack him with our Bramblewave Behemoth and do damage to him. Let's also summon Shepherd Monitor, and let's discard Giant Spider in the meanwhile. And now let's attack him with our Bramblewave Behemoth once again. So he casts Drag Under, which is a sorcery, which does return target creature to its owner's hand. So he returned my creature to my hand. Let's now cast Ambuscade with on our Kefnet monitor. And let's use it to destroy his Illusory Angel. So that should do something. He casts Spell Pierce in response to do counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2 mana. And I just don't have any means of paying 2 mana, so there's nothing I can do about that. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. We'll still attack him, and he's in a bad position. Like, we might just win this challenge, honestly. He summons Reborn Snake, which is a 2/3 flying snake creature. That won't do him much good. Let's cast another Bramblewave Behemoth, honestly. No, let's do it by discarding a Giant Spider instead. We cannot attack him anymore because we do not have the means necessary to do so, so we'll just wait this out. Let's also summon Ronas the Indomitable, which is quite nice. And now let's just Alpha Strike him. He will try to block us, but we will win anyway. Okay, so we finally won a challenge after this much effort. We won, and we can get from the Amoket Remastered booster set. And we get Kefnet's Monument, which is a legendary artifact, which costs 3 mana to cast, and which has the abilities of blue creature spells you cast cost 1 mana less to cast, and whenever you cast a creature spell, target creature an opponent controls doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Okay. We also win Cartouche of Knowledge, which is a card that costs 1 blue mana and 1 other mana to cast, and which does enchant you creature you control. When Cartouche of Knowledge enters the battlefield, draw a card. When enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. That's pretty useful, I like that card. We also won a random rare, which is Dread Wanderer, which costs 1 black mana to cast, and which is a 2/1 zombie jackal creature, which has the effects of Dread Wanderer enters the battlefield tapped, and the effect of for paying 1 black mana and 2 other mana, return Dread Wanderer from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery, and only if you have 1 or fewer cards in hand. That's not that great. And finally, we got Glory Bound Initiate, which is a 3/1 human warrior creature, which costs 1 white mana and 1 other mana to summon, which has the effect of you may exert Glory Bound Initiate as it attacks. When you do, it gets +1/+3 and gains a lifelink until end of turn. An exerted creature won't untap during your next untap step. That's not bad. I like that. Oh, we get many different cards actually. You know what? That's quite cool. So we won the Trial of Knowledge, which is quite nice. Just for that, let's do another duel, just because I'm feeling like it. I feel like we handled ourselves quite well in the previous step, so we might as well do that again. It's our first turn. Let's put down a forest card. Another forest card. He casts Naga Vitalist. We're playing against Hapatra Field. Naga Vitalist is a 1/2 Naga Druid creature with the ability of, when it can get tapped, to add to his mana pool 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. Okay. Let's summon Prowling Serpopard, which is a 4/3 cat snake creature with the ability of Prowling Serpopard cannot be countered. Creature spells you control cannot be countered either. Okay. He summons Grim Strider, which is a 6/6 horror creature with the ability of Grim Strider gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand. So since he has 4 cards in his hand, that's only a 2/2 creature now, which is not that great for him. Let's summon Let's summon Query Hauler, which is a 4/3 camel creature with the ability of when Query Hauler enters the battlefield, for each kind of counter on target permanent, put another counter of that kind on it or remove one from it. We will use that on Grim Strider to give him another -1/-1 counter on it. I think that did not seem to have worked, but whatever. Let's attack him with Prowling Sepulchre now. He summons Defiant Great Maw, which is a 4/5 hippo creature with the abilities of when Defiant Great Maw enters the battlefield, put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control, and whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on Defiant Great Maw, remove a -1/-1 counter from another target creature you control. Okay. Let's summon Giant Spider now to have something to block him with. Giant Spider is a 2/4 spider creature with reach. And now, since we're here anyway, we might as well attack him with... what do we want to attack him with? Let's attack him with... actually, do we want to attack him? If we attack him... yeah, let's attack him with both Prowling Sepulchre and with Query Hauler. He will block both of them with his creatures, which I don't think was wise since now they killed each other for the most part, but whatever. Now he's attacking me with Defiant Great Maw, and since Defiant Great Maw has more strength than Giant Spider, it will be capable of killing my Giant Spider, whereas my Giant Spider will not be capable of killing his Defiant Great Maw. So I will not block his attack. Instead, let's cast Cartouche of Strength on our Giant Spider. And let's have it attack his Query Hauler. Excellent. He casts Wandering Death, which is a sorcery card, which does return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. So he summons Initiate's Companion. That's interesting. Okay. That's quite cool. He summons another Grim Strider again. Let's cast another Cartouche of Strength on our Giant Spider, so that we are now capable of doing some damage to him. Let's use our Giant Spider to destroy his Grim Strider, so that won't get any more stronger than it already is. He summons another Query Hauler on his end, which is not what I wanted, but okay. Let's summon a Willy Bandar to have on our field as well. He summons probably... why does he have access to my creatures? It feels like he coincidentally made his deck out of my creatures. And he also summoned Hapatra Vizier of Poisons, which is a 2/2 human cleric creature, which has the ability of whenever Hapatra Vizier of Poisons deals combat damage to a player, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature, and whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, create a 1/1 green snake creature token with Death Touch. That's unfortunate. Let's end our turn for now. He summons another Query Hauler. We finally have the mana necessary to start doing some serious damage to him. So let's finally summon Greater Sandworm. And this is where things will become really difficult to block for him. He summons Scale Behemoth, which is a 6/7 crocodile creature which is hexproof, but that won't do him much good. Let's cast Ambuscade by equipping it to our Greater Sandworm, and but we cannot use it to target his Scale Behemoth because Ambuscade is a spell card and Scale Behemoth is hexproof. That's unfortunate. Well, in that case, we might as well summon Sifter Worm instead. I think this is fine. And now let's attack him with our Greater Sandworm. So he will try to block our Greater Sandworm with Query Hauler and Defiant Great Maw. Let's remove his Defiant Great Maw first. That makes the most sense to me at this point in time. So that was annoying. He casts Oracle's Vault and Miasmic Mummy. When Miasmic Mummy enters the battlefield, each player discards a card. Okay. So let's discard... I don't know, Ambuscade, I guess. Since we will get another Ambuscade anyway. And he puts down on his side of the field Oracle's Vault, which is an artifact which... for tapping it and paying 2 mana, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of turn you may play that card. Put a brick counter on Oracle's Vault. And for just simply tapping it, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of turn you may play that card without paying its mana cost. Activate this ability only if there are 3 or more brick counters on Oracle's Vault. Okay. Let's summon another Sifter Worm while we're here. Yeah, this is quite fine, I would say. We're getting a lot of creatures on our side of the field, which is quite nice. Now let's attack him with Sifter Worm and do some damage to him. So he put a brick counter on Oracle's Vault, which means that he exiled the top card of his library, and he's planning on playing that. Probably. Let's summon another Kefnet Monitor to strengthen our fields. And now let's attack him with Sifter Worm once again. He will block me this time with his Apatra, Vizier of Poisons, and Scaled Behemoth. I will target his Scaled Behemoth because that's the most damaging creature that he has. And it's also hexproof, so I want to remove it from his side of the field. Like, he has a lot of creatures at this point, but most of them are pretty weak. Scaled Behemoth was his strongest creature, and that won't do him much good now. So we summon Colossal Dreadmaw now, which is quite nice. Yeah, we have a nice alignment of creatures on this side of the field. So at this point we might attack him with Sifter Worm and Kefnet Monitor. Let's see how he will block. So he will block us with Initiate's Companion, Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons, and Miasmic Mummy. Let's focus on targeting his Initiate's Companion. Actually, no. Let's target his Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons, just because its effect is really annoying me. So let's do just that. So he's in a really bad position. He summons another Scaled Behemoth, but at this point I don't think that will do him much good. We might as well just Alpha Strike him at this point. We have the capabilities of Alpha Striking him. He's going to block us with a lot of creatures, but I don't think those will do him much good. Let's just assign everything that we have to damage him. Yeah, this should work quite nicely. So he does attack us with Scaled Behemoth. Oh well. I will allow that attack to pass through. Let's summon another Sifter Worm, which is quite nice. And yeah, might as well put Gift of Strength up here to get healed a bit. And now let's just Alpha Strike him once again. He will summon a Pouncing Cheetah. He does block me with Pouncing Cheetah, Gravedigger, and another Pouncing Cheetah. Doesn't really matter in which order I target them, they're quite the same. So he's pretty much fucked at this point. He's only at 3 life. He doesn't have that many abilities to defend himself with. Like, he's just screwed out of his mind. So we might as well just Alpha Strike him again, and this is the end. We will win. So we remove a Sheltered Thicket from him, which is a land, mountain, forest card. With the effect of Sheltered Thicket enters the battlefield tapped. Let's move on. Okay, so finally the final match of this, the final game of this match. Let's get this over with. I will keep my current hand. It's his time to shine, so he starts out first. He puts down a forest card, I will put down my own forest card. He summons an Initiate's Companion. That won't do him much good. I will summon a Feral Prowler. Let's summon a Thriving Rhino. Why not? Which is a 2/3 Rhino creature with the abilities of when Thriving Rhino enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Whenever Thriving Rhino attacks, you may pay 2 energy counters. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Not that great, but not that bad either. Let's attack him with Feral Prowler. Let's see if he will use his Initiate's Companion to block us. He does not. But he does summon Pouncing Cheetah in response to my attack, though. So now he's attacking us with Initiate's Companion. I will block him with my Thriving Rhino. Oh, why can I not block him with my wait, not yet. Now I can block him with my Thriving Rhino. But I don't want to because he used... What did he use? He used the... Spidery Grasp, which untapped his Initiate's Companion, and also it gave it +2/+4 and reach until the end of turn. So that would I will not block him because I don't want to kill my Thriving Rhino for no good reason. Let's now cast the let's now summon Prowling Cephalopard. And now let's attack him with both Feral Prowler and Thriving Rhino. I will also pay the 2 energy counters to give my Thriving Rhino +1/+1. He will block one of my creatures with his Pouncing Cheetah, and that was my Feral Prowler. My Feral Prowler died in response to that, but now I will get to draw a card because of its death, so that wasn't that much of a big loss. He puts down Oracle's Vault, which we already saw seen in the previous game. Now let's summon Giant Spider. And now let's attack him with our Prowling Cephalopard and with Thriving Rhino once again. He did block us with his Initiate's Companion, but we destroyed his Initiate's Companion in the process. Let's summon Colossal Dreadmaw now, which is a 6/6 creature, dinosaur creature with trample. So now he's in a bad position all around. He doesn't have that many creatures to use on his side of the field. He will summon Defiant Greatmaw, which is a 4/3 hippo creature, to his side of the field. But again, that won't do him much good. Let's summon Honored Hydra. And let's just attack him with both Thriving Rhino and Colossal Dreadmaw at this point in time. He will have to block me because otherwise he would just lose most of his life. So now Thriving Rhino has to focus on either killing his Defiant Greatmaw or his Pouncing Cheetah. I will focus on his Defiant Greatmaw, just because. And there we go. He's quite screwed either way. Let's cast Cartouche of Strength on our Colossal Dreadmaw to destroy his Pouncing Cheetah. And now let's just Alpha Strike him. That was easy. Let's grab something from Hour of Devastation. And we got a lot of good stuff. We got another Greater Sandworm, which I'm really a fan of. So that was really worth it. We also got Magma Spree, which is an instant card that costs only 1 red mana to cast. And which does Magma Spree deals 2 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. And we got some nice cards on the Bonus of Hour of Devastation booster pack. I'm grateful for all of this. And that was nice. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I have a Mastodon account as well as a Matrix room that you can join if you want to get in touch with me. Details of which you can find in the description of this video. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.